Outdoors, outdoors, outdoors. Beginners, do-it-yourselfers, here we are outdoors at Emancipation Park in Jamaica. And this location is a very special location for many people who work out outdoors. There exists the cardio zone, which is predominantly the track for running, walking, and there exists the calisthenic zone. My job today is basically to give you some tips as to how to use this space, and even so, to apply the tips into your own outdoor space. All right, so props. For today, there are two props that I'm going to be going through some activities with. Here I have two water bottles, 20-ounce water bottles. This is equivalent to 1.4 pounds. And this is easy enough weight for anybody at all, no matter your fitness level. All right? So this will accommodate me or accompany me on the cardio zone. The next, sports watch. And this is going to help me to keep track of my heart rate. Now, if you do not have access to a sports watch, don't worry, because the next set of tips I'll be giving you will be the tips around your breathing rate as well as your feeling. Or in other words, we call it ratings of perceived exertion. The Emancipation Park of Jamaica. A national recreational space, yes, but also a space to remind the public of the work of our forefathers for us to have our freedom today. Of notable mention, Norman Manley, Alexander Bustamante, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, George William Gordon, Sam Sharp, Paul Bogle, Nanny of the Maroons. All right, so where we are now is at the calisthenics section of the Emancipation Park. And we have different zones. We have the cardio zone. Basically, we also have the strength building or strength endurance zone. We have the pull-up station. We have the tricep dip station. This right here can also be used for tricep dips as well. So what it is that I'm just going to be doing is that I'm just going to be demonstrating how it is that you may go about utilizing these different zones. And this may not necessarily be exercises for beginners, but do-it-yourself specifically. Reminder, click subscribe button, turn on notification. This equipment here pretty much can be utilized in a way where it's similar to how you use an elliptical, stationary bike. What is critical is having the hands on the handle for stability. What is also important is a softening of the knees. You don't want the knees to be fully extended because with this swinging like this, that can place some degree of stress on the knee joint. By keeping the knees softened, you are reducing that risk. And then from here, you just swing. All right? So we're going to do this for a 30-second period. You can also engage your core while doing this. And what I would like to also mention is that you can approach this as an interval. So you can do 30 seconds on, and you can apply 30 seconds rest. And when the 30 seconds rest has elapsed, you'll go again for another period of 30 seconds. And this interval approach will assist you in working the heart rate in different training zones. So if you're just starting, you can quickly move your heart rate from resting heart rate to even as high as ventilatory threshold 1, which is basically you meaning a sub-maximum training zone. And at that zone, you more than likely will not be able to be talking as how I'm talking to you now. So based on the fact that I'm speaking to you and still doing this exercise, I am more than likely in a warm-up zone. All right, and then disembark. We're going to be doing some tricep dips. All right, so just to keep you in mind with certain things right here. So the angle of this apparatus sloped. So as you can imagine, it's going to be placing some degree of stress more on particular areas of the arm than others. All right. What I'm doing is that I'm facing the incline of the slope. Arms are on. So 2 variations. 1, feet on the floor, knees bent. Lower my body weight down. Chest down. Nipple line below the height of the apparatus. Breathe out. Full extension of the arm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full extension. Breathe in. Breathe out. As I extend, squeeze through my chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So that's the first variation. Second variation, my knees will still be bent, considering the height of the apparatus, but I'm not going to have my feet touch the floor. Good. So that's a good demonstration of 2 variations of the tricep dip with feet on the floor, feet off the floor. All right, just to mention a couple things in terms of things to avoid. So avoid, if your feet are on the ground, you're doing this. Avoid that. Body alignment is off. That's going to place a lot more stress on the shoulder moving forward. So persons who have shoulder issues, this can be an issue for you. All right. Similarly, avoid jumping into it. If you cannot manage your weight, you can cause some stress on the chest muscles, on the chest tendon. You can potentially injure yourself. So approach it slow. Slow, controlled, steady, core tight. Try to maintain proper alignment between head and back. Bring your knees up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. You can target 10 reps. 10 reps, you treat it where you have 30 seconds for recovery, and then you go again for another 10 reps. All right. You don't have to do 10 reps if you cannot manage 10 reps. So if you're just starting, treat it in such a way where you are going to do as many reps as you can do, and wherever you fatigue, you try to repeat it from there. This is a 500-meter track. All right. So what it is that I am going to be doing is brisk walk, and showing you how it is that I'm going to be brisk walking with these water bottles here, the 20-ounce water bottles. All right, so start position. So in doing the brisk walk with the water bottles, focus on keeping the elbows bent, swinging the arms. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth, pump. Maintain this steady pace, go around the track, get the heart rate up to fat burning zone. It's important to note that in doing the brisk walk with these water bottles, this increases the amount of calories that you burn relative to not having the water bottles in the hands. Again, you don't want too heavy of a weight that it diminishes your speed and your intensity in moving your limbs.
Reminder, click subscribe button. Turn on notification.